the biggest factor in the election of many of these members and nomination of many of these key cabinet members, Pakistan has also played a role. So how do you see Pakistan playing a role behind the scenes with whatever geopolitical developments we are seeing in Afghanistan today?
See, Pakistan's role with Taliban in terms of bringing them in power, supporting them, it is not a secret. It's been very much in the open domain. Pakistan has played it very well in terms of, putting up a facade that they are trying to fight it, but also supporting them simultaneously. From the time of creation of Taliban in the 1990s, and then bringing them in power in 1996, and post 9/11 also seeing that it became the frontline state for United States, but it kept on shielding the top leadership of Taliban, which was sheltered in Pakistan. And then how under General Musharraf in 2003 and 4, we saw resurgence of Taliban, which happened with Pakistan's assistance. And throughout, Pakistan has been instrumental in supporting Taliban and bringing up it to the stage where we see Taliban today. Then the negotiation, and then 2016 onwards, we saw when Sartaj Aziz made a statement in Washington that we have links with Taliban and we will be able to bring them to table, negotiating table. So those talks started. So they brought them supposedly to the negotiating table, and the deal was negotiated, which was perfect for Taliban and perfect for Pakistan, because for Pakistan, what does it want? It wants a pro-Pakistan regime in Kabul. That is what is in the interest of Pakistan, because it wants to guard its strategic interests. It wants to deal with the challenges of the Durand Line, contested Durand Line. It wants to deal with the rebel voices, Pashtun voices on side, and very importantly, it wants to deny India any space in Afghanistan. And all these factors are very well catered with a pro-Pakistan government in Kabul, and that's what in its mind it has managed to bring. So it has supported Taliban throughout. I don't see any change in that. And in the last week, we have seen lots of action with the ISI chief visiting Kabul. Lieutenant General Fayaz Hamid visited Kabul. Also, Pakistan had a virtual meeting with the critical neighbors of Afghanistan, the delegates from there. It hosted a meeting talking about, so it's kind of created that impression right now. If you see in the last few weeks, the kind of picture it has created, that it is like a one-stop shop for Afghanistan. So whatever anybody wants to talk about Afghanistan, their issues has to go through Pakistan. That's the kind of calculation it has managed to create for itself, and it has played it, I would say, in its own mind. It's playing to its advantage right now. Now the bigger question is that whether this coming of Taliban in its neighborhood with this ideological victory, will Pakistan actually, what will be the fallouts on Pakistan? I don't think the state is realizing. There are some sensible people in Pakistan who are talking about that fallouts, but it is in that the sentiments are of their triumphism right now. So in Pakistan, if overall you analyze the sentiment at 3 levels, I see, one is obviously at the political level, where Imran Khan said that, Taliban has broken the chains of slavery. And then one of the PTI leaders also said that now that we have supported Taliban should support us in Kashmir. She made that statement on the national television. So that political leadership definitely is out and clear, talking indirectly and indirectly that some kind of a return gift from Taliban is expected in return to what Pakistan has done for them. Or the religious groups in Pakistan are seeing this as an ideological victory very, very clearly. We have seen multiple reports. The seminary, some of the seminaries have been putting flags of Taliban. They're singing songs of Taliban. So they see this as a ideological victory. And military has supported throughout. As I said, ISI chief visited there. We have also had reports of the Pakistan military directly and indirectly helping the Taliban fighting the Afghan forces. They were also being treated in the hospitals in the tribal areas. Also, fighters from jihadis from Jaish-e-Mohammed and Lashkar were also inducted into Afghanistan to kind of assist the Afghan National Taliban to fight against the Afghan forces. So that support system has been throughout at the political level, where it has given it legitimacy, in the eyes of the international community. At the military level, where it has assisted Taliban with the logistics.
Right.
I'm not surprised if it's with arms. There have been reports multiple, and ideological support has been also there. So Pakistan's support has been there. It's going to continue, because in Pakistan's mind, this is a major win for them. It is a win-win situation right now. They are going to be fallouts of this on the state, which we will wait and see. But do the generals realize that at Rawalpindi? I don't think they realize that. They are seeing it as a victory. So to your answer to the question whether the support will continue, I think the support is going to continue in future.
Thank you for that elaborate answer. But since I have also a little background of geopolitics, that makes me ask you this small follow-up. Now, I completely understand when you say that Pakistan has tried to sort of get their own members involved in the cabinet formation, especially with the Haqqani network getting a major piece of the pie. Now, how much, especially when it comes to the Pashtunistan sentiment that the Taliban was wanting probably in 1996, how much of that will Haqqani networks support, right? Because ideologically, there may be differences between Pakistan and the Haqqani network itself. How do the balance between each other?
Are you trying to, if I understand your question correctly, you're asking as in how much of the Haqqani faction in the Taliban would support that interest of Pakistan in terms of controlling the Pashtun sentiments across the border, right? So that's a very, very pertinent question. And you are absolutely right, because what we have seen, the past experience has not shown that support from Taliban. Even when Taliban was in power in 1996 to 2001, we have not seen that support coming from the Taliban. So how that will shape up, we will see. But what I am hearing right now, that, definitely Pakistan has managed to get some kind of assurance from Taliban that they will not instigate that nationalism there. They will not raise those voices for the time being, temporary. But this is going to be a temporary phenomena. And you are absolutely right that they will not be able to control for a long time.
Please remember to subscribe to us and switch on the notifications for this channel. For our other social media links, more content, and to support our work, please visit citti.net. Dhanyavad. Namaskar.